All right, Good Better Broker from UWM Live as we welcome in Skylar Welch. She is with Maine Pointe Lending out of Portland, Maine. Skylar, great to see you.
Thanks so much. It was so great to see you too.
You are an esteemed guest, not just because you're a friend of the podcast, but because you were one of our panelists last year at the inaugural UWM Live. This year, you won't be up on the big stage, but I have to assume it's going to be a bit more relaxing for you in that respect.
That's so funny. Lisa, Lund, and I were on the same panel together, and we were just hanging out before this, and we're like, it's so relaxing this year because we don't have to be stressed. We don't have to be at like mic check and rehearsal and this and that. We can just kind of sit back and relax and kind of take it all in. No,
you deserve it because you guys did a great job last year. So let's chat a little bit about your business. It's been an interesting time. This market continues to shift. It continues to be crazy. How do you describe the way business is going for you?
Yeah, I would say it's really hard right now, and in a way that we need to become more creative, right? We need to figure out, let's think about the last couple of years. We haven't had to sell. We haven't had to get creative with products. We've been so busy we haven't been able to keep our head above water. But now, for me in my market, the inventory is so tight. And I know that it's tight in a lot of markets, but right now it's,
how tight are we talking? Like how little inventory is there?
There have been months when there's four listings in the biggest city in our state. 40 listings in the 4 biggest counties in our state. Every single listing, I'm probably writing at least 10 pre-qual letters for it and still not getting it. So in the last 30 days, I've pre-qualified just over 100 buyers and 3 have gone under contract. And these are not, low credit score buyers that don't qualify. These are really qualified buyers that are putting $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 down, no contingencies, still not getting the offer. That's the market that I'm suffering with. So for me, it's really, I have to figure out how do I expand? How do I make my footprint bigger? How do I go to other areas, find more inventory? Because we have to get more creative. And how do I get more people qualified for more new, unique products? As we come out with more products, and in my life, I've never done a non-QM deal. I've never done any sort of thing like that. Now I'm like, okay, maybe I need to entertain this a little bit, right? To appeal to more people and find another niche that maybe we can get under contract. So, it's hard, but just have to grind and make your footprint bigger and find more referral partners. I spent my entire last week meeting with divorce attorneys, right? So I met with a whole slew of divorce attorneys, and they had never had a lender reach out to them. They didn't know anything about the mortgage process. I said, most people come to me before they're getting divorced. They want to know that they can qualify for a mortgage. They want to know that what they can do if they're going to sell, if they're going to keep it, whatever it is. I could be a great referral partner for you. But really, I'm going in everyone that comes to you, I'm over here, right? So, just getting more creative with where the business is coming from.
I think it's a great message because, you're not just sitting there and waiting for it to get better. You are going out there and turning over new stones.
Exactly.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And still, you are doing things that you are hoping will bring you business in the future.
Exactly.
One thing, Skylar, that has not changed for you is your focus on social media and your presence, especially on Instagram, and your social media videos. I'm curious, what are you focused on right now?
Yeah, so I've always been very big on social media in a way that I knew that I need to be present in video. I need to be creating consistent content, but I also need to be creating value for my agents. So I have a full-time videographer that just creates video content for my agents, just as listing showcases, highlights them, makes them better, shows them in whatever light they want to be. But now I have someone that's just in offices creating content for me, for my agent, for my other loan officers, and really showing what we're all about. The culture of my company is so important. That's what's going to attract people. How we do our business, how we educate them and what we're able to do is such a big focus, but also that we're real people. I'm a mom of 3, right? I want you to know that I'm a very relatable, real person. So because as a broker, things you have to think about is if you're just consistently putting out real estate facts, mortgage education, how much of someone's life are they actually buying a house? I don't know, this much, right? The tiniest amount. So they're going to be unfollow, I already bought a house, I'm not interested in this anymore. But if you continuously start making content on other subjects, I'm a mom of 3. I bought a wedding venue. I do all these other things. Oh, maybe someone's going to start following me for those other reasons. But then when they do look to buy a house, guess what? They're contacting me because they know that I'm the expert in that, but that's not why they were following me. They were following me for other reasons, for other things I do. So it's a way to grow your social media presence while also really figuring out what, who you are, making you relatable and making people want to do business with you.
It's so interesting you say that, because our previous guest, Matt Gouget, who was
Yeah.
on just before you, was talking about something very similar. For years he focused on creating all of this educational content, and he got to the point where he said, you know what? I think it's a little bit too much, and then he started shifting towards some more personal stuff,
Yeah.
like going to Sacramento Kings games and showing his kids. And I know you are big on posting videos. I just talked to you before we started recording about this really funny video that you posted of your daughter running around your office, putting, pictures of spiders on people's desks?
Yeah, but like picture of spiders that she drew. So like
Yes.
fake spiders that she drew, because that's real life office. That's what goes on in my office. She didn't have school because it was kindergarten orientation for the other step up kids. She's in the office. Everybody's, entertaining her all day. But that's real life, right? That's not like I'm just talking to clients all day. I'm just a computer person. I am a mom who has a child that's also there, that's also like, hey,
Yeah.
where she was pulling a prank, like going around to every single person in the office and putting spiders under their desk, under their keyboards, all these things. But it also makes great content, right? We got so many views on that. All these people engaging with us, like, oh my God, this is so cute. But now, these agents that have kids are relating to that, right? And they're like, oh my God, this is so funny and so cute. But it is, but it's real life also.
Yes, you're a real person, and at the end of the
Right.
day, that's what many people out there are looking
Exactly,
for when they
relatable.
are. Yes, exactly. When
Yeah.
they are going to somebody for their home loan needs. You mentioned the realtor content, and I want to ask you
Yeah.
about this, because I was going through your Instagram. Like any good reporter, I'm going through some of your content in advance of the interview. You're actively promoting realtor listings on your Instagram.
Correct.
With videos that your marketing person is making.
Correct.
Why?
Because any single person can walk in and say, I have great rates. I have great turn times. I answer my phone. And when you walk out of that meeting, someone's going to walk in right behind you and say the same exact thing. But if I walk in and say, I want to make you better. I want to add value to you. I want to grow your business. I want to, we have this, it is not just for real estate agents, it's anyone. Like we have home inspectors, we have title companies, we had the shake shop next door, we had a clothing company. We have a videographer to create content to make these businesses stand out. But in return, we don't ask for anything, but we hope that it builds a relationship that then they're like, let's do business together, right? It's not something we ever ask for or we require, and we'll do literally content for anyone, but the goal is that we continuously build content to make them look better.
And you're setting yourself apart.
Yeah, exactly.
One other interesting thing that you do, and I think this is so smart, and I want you to talk about this for our listeners. When you're doing a video, an educational video, let's say on a product, right? And you're giving some of the details, you're dropping some of the breadcrumbs, you're not giving them everything. Instead, you're stopping at a certain point, and you're giving them that CTA, and
Right.
you know where I'm going with this. It's basically
Absolutely.
reach out to me if you want to learn more. That's got to be intentional.
Yeah, of course, because the thing is that I don't want to give everything, because why would I, right? I don't want people to say like, oh, I watched this video and now I'm going to call someone else to do it, right? I'm going to be like, oh, I watched this video, I heard something that like is really intriguing to me. I'm going to reach out to her to find out more about it and how I can do that, right? So it's like, hey, if you want to hear more about this, call me, text me, DM me, whatever that case may be, so that we can find out more about that product, right? I mean, that's the entire goal. If you just kind of give, they're just going to use you as a resource and probably never contact you.
Well, it's a different market, but you continue to do great things. Keep up the good work. Great seeing you.
I know, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Skylar Welch with Maine Pointe Lending.